Hello and welcome to the March 16th ultrasound of the Wilkinson quintuplets. Right now we're looking at a view of all of them. You can see various heads and abdomens in this shot. The next thing I chose because I like the little wave that the baby does. It's fairly interesting right here, and you can see hands, a little bit more detail on the fingers than you did in previous ones. This ultrasound was particularly interesting because you really could see a bit more detail than before. In particular, you can see basically skeletons and kind of a little spooky looking, but you know that they'll eventually come out to be very cute babies. There's another little wave by one of the babies right there. Next, I wanted to show this particular shot just because this was something we dealt with during this whole ultrasound. We were trying to find out the sex of the babies during this ultrasound, and they almost all had their legs crossed, as you can see in this shot as well. You can see a little foot there, little hands, but the legs were crossed, making it fairly difficult. This shot I particularly liked because it looked like the baby was sucking his or her thumb. You can see the jaw moving up and down. If you missed that, rewind it. I think I may have done this one a little bit of slow motion, but it was pretty interesting to see that. You can also see a little arm down there. Mostly you can see bones right now, and you can also see one of the other babies looks like it's either kicking or something on the side of the one that's sucking his or her thumb. So I thought that was particularly interesting. One of the other things I wanted to point out is that you can actually see their hearts, and on the ultrasound machine you actually move the little cursor over the heart and to measure the heart rate. We measured the heart rate on each of these babies, and they all came out to be between about 144 beats per minute to 150 beats per minute, which it turns out seems to be perfectly normal for babies, so they're developing well. This shot I picked because there is a really nice little profile that you can see of this baby's face. This particular one I chose because this shows the sex of one of the babies, and I'll just leave that up to you to determine what sex that ended up being. So this ends this video of the Wilkinson quintuplets. Come back later for more videos as we put them up.